Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Canucks with Guitars with your host, me, Ben Coombs. How's everyone doing? Excuse me, I've had a tickle in my throat for 15 minutes, so if I start coughing, sorry. Let's see, who do we have in the chat tonight, and let me know if that level is okay, if this level's okay. Well, I can't do anything about this level, but that level I can adjust. So let me know if the guitar was coming through okay. I think it is, although when I think it's loud enough, by the time I get warmed up and start playing live, I'm half deaf, and I think it's much quieter. So, first in the chat, we have Mr. Zach Thong. Awesome. We have Tempest. What's up, Doc? Jack the Rabbit. Them talking to each other. Daniel Horsley in the house. Let's see who else. We got Frank Corcoran. We've got Pete Brown. We've got Jamal. Good to see you, Jamal. Wolverine, Peter DeBad, super blurry and choppy video. I don't know what's going on there. We'll give it a little bit of time. Hey, there's lovely Emma. Wolverella. There's Rob at Tesi Switch. Janice, LA Sparks from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Awesome. Jimmy Biter. Randy Crooks. There's Terry. Tyler Jackson. How am I doing aside from the tickle? Pretty good, pretty good. Guitar Man 45. Martin, hello. Late night for Martin. So yeah, was that level okay? Adam D. I'm going to turn up just a hair. There's Bent Rossum. Paul Ewing. Wolverella asks, is this the guitar I refinished? Yes, it was a gold top, and now it is an atomic orange burst. Although it's not a burst, but that's the name of the color. Something like atomic orange mist. I don't know. But yes, this is, man, this thing's been through the wars. If you can see the amount of headstock beat upness. Let's see. Especially the corners. Yeah, see, that's all munged out. In this corner. Oh yeah, look at that. If it'll focus on it. This guitar I used to beat around a lot, and it was always at Richie's place for band practice, and the amount of times I went to take this thing off and right up into the ceiling fan. This thing's taken about 15 ceiling fan hits to the headstock. Sound is fine, but again, your video is all compressed out. Yeah, it's weird. It's got to be, it's frickin' YouTube throttling. I don't know. Let's see here. You know what it might be? Oh, look at that. Ben's got the video playing in the background, sucking up bandwidth. There. Hopefully that's better now. Let me know if that's better, folks. Oops. Meant to pop at the chat and then close that window. Did one, but not the other. I'll give that a little time. Stephen S. Hello, Paint Namer. Dan in New Jersey. Dog PA, or Dogpa. Quiet and blurry. Excuse me. All right. Frickin' bandwidth issues. Did I take my phone off? Yeah, my phone's not on Wi-Fi. check on that. Yep. Yeah, let's blame it on YouTube. Excuse me. That's weird. Gravel Rocks Band. Hello. Well, worst case, I can. We'll give it a few more minutes, and if it doesn't clear up, because I know a lot of times these will clear up after like 5-10 minutes, so we'll give it 10 minutes. If it doesn't clear up, maybe I'll relaunch another broadcast. So how's everyone doing? Everyone's doing well. I hope you enjoyed the show with Dave last night from Dave's World of Fun Stuff. I'm not digging the new wine. Australian wine I picked up. It's a Cabernet. Not a fan. You too, Rob. Everyone should be staying safe. Home quarantining. And we're not social distancing. We're just physically distancing. We're still social. There's Knucklehead. We got 37 people watching. Well, let's see. Excuse me. Every stream has been this way all day. Okay. Yeah, it's what the hell is it? Hang on. I won't bother trying to show the label. Bonjour, Six String Brian. Yellowtail Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah. It's a Cabernet, but I don't care for it. Paul Lou, Brian Landreth. Brian Landreth is getting hazard pay. Awesome, as he should. Let's see here. I'm just going to bring up the stream on my phone, take a look real quick. I have a feeling, I think you guys are right. I think it's YouTube throttling things to the extreme. I got an ad. I'm going to skip my own ad. Oh, that looks like when I first started out with the old computer. Nice. There's Mayhem. Oh well. I think that'll work well enough. You guys willing to persevere this? Type 1 in the chat if you're willing to stick this out on 36 solo. While you do that, I'm going to play... Oh, we got a bunch of ones. All right, that's awesome. All right, we'll just let a few more people filter in, hopefully. And, excuse me, internet is bad tonight. YouTube and social media getting hammered. Yeah, it's only going to get worse, too. Stephen Douglas, hello. Everyone playing the hell out of their gits? Yeah, it's my third time today. Blackjack Guitar Nut. So, Will Varela says, we don't watch because you're handsome, and we know you're good looking. Okay, well, there we are. Awesome. And I did angle the camera down a bit more, hoping you'd be able to see. So, yeah, you can see the guitar is a little better when I'm playing and such. So, yes, I hope everyone did enjoy that show. We had a fair amount of questions last night. You know, decent-sized crowd. Dave had a good time. Yeah. We didn't talk too much off air afterwards. He had to leave. But then I got a text around midnight last night. He said, hey, thanks. That was fun. I was like, awesome. Knucklehead, you liked it? Yeah, so did I. I've been a fan of Dave's for years. All right. Mayhem saying hey to everybody. What guitar is that? Six String Brian. Yeah, yes. I put it down just, excuse me. This is my 1997, 1998 Epiphone Les Paul 57 Tribute. which I refinished the top, replaced the knobs, speed knobs for now. I know, Mayhem, we had a whole argument about speed knobs, but I had 4 of these. Neck's been sanded, as you can tell. It's a fairly wide neck. This way, string to string, but it's quite narrow for a quote-unquote 57. It's more of a 60 slim taper, and it's got that, what is it, D shape when it's got the, it's almost like a flat spot like the Ibanez have right in the middle of the back of the neck. It's kind of flattened out a bit. It's got that going on for it. When I got it, actually I got this from Richie. When Richie got it, one of the pickups was switched around. I guess the guy was trying to do the Peter Green thing, swapped around the wrong pickup. But what the hell, left it in as is. Graphtec bridge with 5 out of 6 saddles because I lost a Graphtec saddle. So I need to put a new bridge on it at some point. Switchcraft switch, which has been flaky since it's been replaced. I swear, it's just as flaky as when Richie replaced it. And Les Paul Junior style tuners. Because that's what was available at the music shop. Somebody was texting me. All right. Oh, dear Lord, Terry. Pierogi night. Nice. Harley Hex. Hello. Oops. Meant to turn on the tuner, and what do? Turn off the tuner. Oh yeah, I was going to do an announcement at 10-minute mark. And we're now at the 12-minute mark. We got 48 people in here. So the big news, the big announcement, that I had confirmation that, hold yourselves, I don't know, is BV in here? I don't know if I saw BV in here or not. But BV's going to be shocked. I know Bent Rossum's going to be shocked. Actually, a lot of you, because I know a lot of you watch this guy on the YouTubes. Folks, now I hope you're sitting down for this, because this is shattering. Pete Thorne actually checked his email. Just let that sink in. Pete Thorne checked his email. What did I ignore from Will? I'll scroll up while you're letting that sink in. The reason I mention that is because 1 week from tonight, right here on Canucks With Guitars, excuse me, I'm going to have special co-host Pete Thorne joining me right here 1 week from tonight. But did he respond? Yes. So yes. He said he was thinking about doing it tonight, but he thought he wanted to promote it, give it a shout out on his show next Sunday. So yeah, I'm quite happy about that, to say the least. Les Paul with the kill switch. Some with Buckethead, yeah. Alright, I missed Will's comment, obviously. Hey, there's Brad Miller, though. Missed the show last night on phone with credit card company. Was hacked. Oh, that's not good. All good now. Public service announcement. Get text alerts if you don't have them. Yes, good call. Because you may not check your email consistently, but you do check texts, right? Excuse me. Aha! You lie, Will. He answers them once a month. Just in time for the news. Yes, PJ and or the beard. And thank you, Rob. Speaking of Rob, let's go over, where am I looking for? Banners. Because, Canucks With Guitars, it's not a solo effort. So we also, definitely want to thank LPD Pedals, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, use coupon code Canucks and save 15%, FU Tone, Flipside Music, and of course Ardens Music. And remember, folks, in these times of need, the mom and pop music shops, a lot of them are still shipping online orders or do curbside pickup. Definitely check with them because they need the business much more, than Sweetwater or Guitar Center or any of those operations. Harley Hex says, why is your video feed so blurry? Because YouTube is throttling things. I think everybody's getting blurry stuff. Let's see. Answer one of my questions last year. Exactly. What do we got? got here? Mayhem says, what if people don't know who Pete Thorne is? Maybe a little intro for Pete. Pete Thorne grew up in Edmonton, Alberta. He was in, I want to say 40 Foot Echo here in Canada. But he kind of joined that band after he'd moved to LA, went to Musicians Institute for a period of time. He's worked with, he's worked with Melissa Etheridge, Don Henley, Chris Cornell. Auditioned for 9 Inch Nails, was close, didn't get it. He's done a bunch of studio work. He's done a couple solo albums. Lovely Emma. What's this? Thank you very much, Emma. No question, comment? Okay, well, if you do, I'll definitely keep an eye out for it. Thank you very much, darling. That's what I was looking for. Bam. So yes, I'm trying to think what else Pete's done. Oh, he's good. Session man, side man. He's toured Japan. Just did the Classic Rock live in the UK. Apparently Emma's not feeling well, so yes, definitely feel better. He wouldn't have been right fit for 9 Inch Nails. Well, it's hard to say because you're just going to play a part, right? And hello, Jose Benito Martinez Jr. Man, I love that name. It's a great name. Guitar Nerd 1 and 2. Yep. Awesome. I didn't get a hello. Oh, hello, SD Design. What's up? Sorry, the chat's been kind of skipping around. Just finished the rock show, exactly. Didn't Pete Thorne do videos with Tim Pierce? He did some videos with Tim Pierce as well. Kind of made his name in the YouTube world with that Eruption video. Like, at least in the YouTube world, right? Because he nailed it. To the point where even Eddie became aware of him, I think about that. Of course, he works with Sir, John Sir. I'm sure he does some demo stuff. Well, like, other than publicly, but product testing, things like that. You know, he's got a signature guitar, signature amp. You know, he's done some work with Dave Friedman. Hello, Chase Ombre. Hi, neighbor. How you doing? Obviously a neighbor, because you spelt neighbor with a U. Either a fellow Canuck, or at least a member of the Commonwealth. Could be British. Thornbuckers in your Les Paul. Nice. I hear a lot of guys do that. He also did his own album, I believe, about 2 years ago. Yeah. Who makes the Thornbucker? If Sir's making their pickups in-house, then Sir. That's a good question. I know Pete Thorne from my Google playlist. He gets played on my Guthrie Govan channel. Nice! Nice. So yeah, that's going on. Also, since we're talking news, this coming Sunday on the channel for the Sunday night interview hangout. Gotta get a name for that show. Call it something. But we have Ryan Burke from 60 Cycle Hum coming on. So that should be fun as well. Thank you, Stephen. He says, Sir makes all pickups in-house. Bent Rossum has a couple sets. He's got a set of Thornbuckers in his Les Paul and the set in his Classic S, Sir. Nice. Yeah, Ryan Burke's cool. Definitely. And for those who don't know, SD Design there. He's one of the moderators for the 60 Cycle Hum channel. Sunday night Canucks with guests. Yeah, maybe. 48 watching. Only 20 likes. Yeah, what's going on, folks? Come on. Wish I could stick around, but selfish family members expect me to feed them. It's been a burden I bear. Have a good one, Grumpy Mike. Cheers, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Ben, do you know what neck P90 would pair well with a Duncan Custom Alnico? Why a Ben Coombs signature P90? Which is based off of Parson Street P90. But, so it's not too over the top. I'd plug it in, but that guitar isn't here at the moment, so. How's Richie and the new baby doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. I see them liking stuff here and there. I don't know if Richie's still working right now or what's up with that. Actually, I meant to touch base with him. I haven't talked to him in a week or two. But yeah, last I heard, all's well. I see him posting on the social medias and such. Do we have a choice for next guitar, folks? Somebody want to recommend a guitar, please? As I talk with my back to the microphone. Watching you... Wait. Really? Watching me is way better than the 4 hours I spent on the phone today. Well, obviously you weren't, talking sweet nothings with a lovely lady then, obviously. Because that would be definitely better than watching me. Just saying. Acoustic guitar. I don't have an acoustic guitar handy. P90s fits in a humbucker route, right? No, mine aren't. That would be, like a P100 they call those, or P99s? See ya, what's up, Doc? Have a good one. Metalhead Hippie, hello. Jay Steen, hello. That revolving door. There's Martin's headed out too. See, 2 out, 2 in. Cigar box guitar. Oh, we could do that. Got a banjo. I do not. Excuse me. For those who live in the area know. Yes, reopening on the 1st, right, Mayhem? Thank you very much, buddy. I do appreciate that. Chat stopped scrolling. Supposed to keep up on the comments. I just checked on another live stream and even there is degraded. Oh yeah. Meh. What are you gonna do, eh? How about Sunday musings and stylings? Ooh. See, I would do that, except I always have guests. So I'm thinking, I want to figure out some kind of a talk show without calling it that. Hey, Thomas Santiago. That depends, Adam D. Because if it's got depends on if you want to mount it through or you're going to be putting 2 holes on the outside of the guitar if you want dog ear. The problem with the dog ear is you can't really adjust any height adjustment. You can't build any height adjustment into it. What to play. Your bias bent. Some more dirt. I actually already have the Dutchman on. See, that's with no dirt. So I look down at the LPD 87 and think, wonder if it'll fit in there. Excuse me. Thank you, Brad. Have you been through the rack phase? No, I never got into rack gear. I do have an Alesis Quadriver, but that's the only piece of rack gear I got. Ooh. 87 on the red channel with a cigar box guitar. Now that hack has a helix, Ben is next. I don't think so, Jay. Nah, not for me, dude. The number one thing people say to me as to, well, see, the only time I'd have one if I was doing fly-in gigs, and like that's happening anytime soon. Talk Canucks, Ben's Echo Chamber. Ooh, Ben's Echo Chamber. That could work. But the way I see it, yeah, sure, you have every effect under the moon. Sure, but unless we have guys like Lawrence out there inventing the damn tones to begin with, they have nothing to model them after. So, that's just me. I like my stomp boxes. Anyone here a member of the Groomed Noodlers Facebook page? I'm not familiar. That's the other. I like amps. I like playing loud. Everything is still in lockdown. Yes, pretty much. I think we're looking... I don't know. I've kind of lost the track of time, but I work from home anyway, so I haven't noticed a big difference other than it took me twice as long to do grocery shopping today. Oh, hey, Driddle. Hey, Aaron! Day 10 of quarantine with the kids. What'd I miss? The big announcement. The big news. You missed it. So there we go. Because that's all I can think of to play on the cigar box. So yes, you know, so since I'm just being a dick about it, you know, oh, the big news, and that's it. Groom Noodler t-shirt often. Oh, cool. Tommy calls Pete Thorne. Yeah, teenagers. Some 10 years after, you got it. Upside Down's been conspicuous with his absence. I agree. I sent him a message about a week ago, and he didn't respond, so I don't know what's up with him. I hope it's all good, you know. I was going to give you, it seems like weekly I give an update about a member of our community that we haven't seen in a while. And this week's honoree was going to be Will Varela, but he decided to actually show up. So I guess I'm not doing that segment tonight. What do I feel like playing? Oh, and you see, I keep teasing Aaron. Aaron, I have a special co-host coming on next week for Canucks With Guitars. We have Mr. Pete Thorne joining us. Well, ouch. There, just for Bent Rossum, because I haven't played it in a while. Ben, I hear some pretty funny today. There is a world shortage of condoms. Or supplying condoms. Pfft. Well, you can always raw dog it. Thanks, Terry. Yeah, so if you're interested in buying some Canucks With Guitars merch, like the shirt you see here, click the link Terry just posted. Yo, James Severin. That's right, BC Rich. How can you not like Pete Thorne, right? Good quality is like it's been everybody metalhead hippie. I only want the blurry t-shirt like yours. Yeah, I thought it was a little sharp. I saw a question for me. Adam D, if you were to go on tour in every country, what's the one guitar you own that would be the most reliable and make the trip home? Right here. This thing is... I put more hours on this guitar than any other guitar I own. It doesn't have as much hours as other guitars I own, period. Like my dad's. He put a metric shit ton on it. Rick Hefner, hello. I saw you in there. But yeah, this thing, like I got this thing 2 gig, and I think it's pretty much done. After I bought it, it's done. It's been that every gig. How does it feel being older than you look? A little odd at times. Sorry, Adam. You want the lowdown? All right, there is a video on the guitar on the channel, of course. Which, if you're bored, folks, I got a lot of playlists on the channel. If you're into guitar demos, there's one just guitar demos. There's one just for pedals. There's one just gear demos. So it's guitars, pedals, amps, everything. There's the My Gear, which is a lot of stuff that's my personal gear. What else is on there? Well, of course, live Canucks show and then all the interviews. Question is, how old are the strings on the Mexicaster? These have been on this thing since just after Summer NAMM, and they just need to be replaced. I haven't actually played this much in the last week or two for that reason. It's due for a string replacement just now. Well, it was due a few weeks ago. I would like to suggest a guitar player, a blues guy, Jimmy Thackeray, and the Drivers. Awesome. We'll check it out. But yes, this is a 2015 made in Mexico humbucker HH Tele with coil tap. Fender blacktop pickups, so they put out 15K output. So even coil tap, you still get your full good 7 on a single. See a Metalhead Hippie? I've put roller saddles on, roller saddles, so it's got basically a roller bridge now. Took most of the finish off the neck. I just keep steel wooling it every few months once it starts, and put strap lock buttons on it. Other than that, stock, and they weren't cheap. These came in 2015. Let me think. A regular Mexican Tele was in around $679, $700 Canadian, we'll say, and this one was, as I recall, $829.95, and I thought, I cannot afford that, so I bought a cheaper Tele, Modern Player. Same thing. I don't know if Laz is in here or not, but if you guys have seen Music Therapy, Laz's Honeyburst, that's what they call it, so it's more of a cherry burst, but Honeyburst Modern Player Tele. I had one of those. Excuse me. Used it for 2 practices and a gig. So 10 hours of playing on it, and I had a couple frets lifting. And so sent it off to get warranty repair. They damaged it during the repair. He dropped it. I know he dropped it. A bunch of damage. Guitar had been discontinued. Fender stepped up, and they just offered me any Mexican Fender Tele as a replacement. And I went, well, this is the one I wanted 6 months prior that I couldn't afford, and so I ended up with it. So karma. And I will say, this retailed $830. Those Modern Players were going for $479 at the time. So I'm gonna say I got a smoking deal. Clearing up. Awesome. Hey! There. Buy the shirt. There you go. Thumbnail. Yeah, no kidding, Knucklehead. Like I say, whenever somebody asks, what's the best company you've worked with? For big companies, definitely Fender, hands down. Small, Lawrence Petross, but that's because I built a relationship with him, so. Oh no, my eyes. Excuse me. As I get clearer, Will is lowering the brightness of his screen. I don't think anybody needs to see me in HD. Oh, and if any of you are thinking about doing what I'm doing here, this, when you're locked at home, hey Mark, when you're locked at home and you're going to tell your friends that you're doing this, tell them you're live streaming. Don't tell them you're doing a cam show. Just don't. Get some odd looks. That's all I'm saying. Just don't. Oh, and this has the belly cut. Just notice that. A little lag. because you have no belly. Yes. Also known as a gut cut. If you're in a hurry for typing and stuff. Yeah, I'm also performing on camera. Yeah, I know, Ben. Counts the number of fair. Which one should I get? I am playing through that right there. A Fender Blues Deluxe. It's a 112, 40 watt, lots of headroom, very clean. If you're planning on using a dirty amp, that's not the amp for you. It doesn't get very dirty. Like, I don't know if you... Like, that might be the maximum amount of dirt you'll get. Hey, Fruitcake Tony. You missed 2/3 of the show. You know what? If I could get to a freaking chord, well, then again, I haven't performed the song live in 4 or 5 years. 4 years? Something like that. It's been a while. I think I used to open shows with that song. How does it sound with the boost? Good. Good. Like, I've played, you know, like that. You know, I played rock. I've played metal through it. I'm back from lurking. Well, it's good to see you back, Dale. I liked your video today. And I wrote a comment on it. Yeah, they got rid of that crazy council that was basically flooding us all out last year. Or at least suspending them. I'll say it's Hanukkah song? Ah, I was playing bitch. Was Tony asking what the news was? Yes. Pete Thorne will be on co-hosting 1 week from tonight. Set your reminders once I create the stream. I can't really say set your reminders now because I haven't created it yet. Well, you know, I did join that band out of spite, Will. Yeah, that was a band that was reforming. They were a 4-piece. I came in as the 5th member, you know, backing up Richie on guitar. Richie did all the lead work in that. I don't think I played a single solo the whole entire time I was in that band. They were reforming. My ex really... What was it? Richie was playing in a different band. I went... This is like a couple months after we split up. He was playing in a band called Down and Loaded. And I came out to watch him play. And so I was hanging out with Rich's girlfriend and stuff. And Rich's girlfriend at the time was best friends pretty much with my ex. Still at that time. And I said, well, I don't want to come out if she's going to be there. I don't want any hassle, hassle, whatever. Oh, no, talk to her. She knows you're coming out. She won't be there. Sure enough, she fucking shows up. Being a bitch. And So Rich was there playing with Down and Loaded, and Larry, our bass player from Honey Badger outfit, who also played bass in this other band, he showed up to see Richie play, and I'm sitting with Larry, and when I saw my ex and just being a bitch, I said, at that time I was playing in another band as well, and I said, you guys are reforming? Yeah. I said, if you're up for a fifth member, count me in. And Rich finished up a set, and I told Rich the same thing. He goes, done. So, yeah, I joined the band out of spite, and Rich said, why do you want to join now? You didn't want to join the last time we reformed. And I said, yeah, spite. And the singer, she got it right away. She says, what? And I've known her for years. I've known her longer than any of them. And spite, she's like, I like that. Will, didn't you have? Yes, I still have that. Maybe if I get a crap ton of super chats one night, I can afford to get it covered up. So yeah, that's a story on that. And that band was Smile Harder. And I had a lot of fun playing in that band. That was a busy, man, that first spring, we put that band back together. It was around the end of March. Hell, that year was. The years kind of run together. And, Jesus, we played. The idea was we were all reforming the band because it was supposed to be a side project. They only gigged 3 or 4 times a year. Practice every couple of weeks. It's just cool. It was a jam band, whatever. Thanks, Will. That's right, Aaron. And we reformed, and then word got out, and Jesus, we're gigging every weekend. Yeah, Mark knows. Mark was along for that ride. He knows. The largest audience I ever played for. Well, technically, I played a high school, not pep rally. What do they call that? When they all make it's like a pep rally. I don't know, some event, school event. So there was like 800-900 people there. I don't really count that though because they were forced to be there. So not forced. I think honestly and ironically, I think the biggest crowd I ever played for was the first gig I ever played. We had capacity at Sticks and Stones. Pool hall is like 150, 175, and I'm pretty sure we doubled it. The original Adopt a Child show. I think that was it. I think, 300-400 people. Like, it was enough that when you finished the song, there was a roar of the crowd. I was like, holy crap. It was awesome. Fire marshals were there just to keep an eye on things, but because the fire hall was right across the street from the bar, so that helped. Yeah, 300-400 people. And like Bent Rossum, the 100 to 200, yeah, a lot of that in the city. I believe so, Will. Well, that would involve her learning how to play the guitar I bought her. Or buy the electric guitar that I used and gigged with for a number of years. God, I miss that guitar more than her. Playing into the Marshall amp I bought her. She may know 2 chords in the last 10 years. What guitar? It was an Axel Badwater 1216, Aaron. In the distressed white with like a crackle finish hardware. Distressed hardware, copper hardware. With a whitewash paint, so if you rubbed a coin across it, would leave a mark. The plus sign, I gave that guitar a shit ton of buckle rash. A lot of buckle rash. Yeah, pretty much bent. Hey, Blackjack. Had to pay to play. I've done a couple pay to plays. Get your name out there. Pick and choose, right? Did it work out? Did it not work out? Oh, well, it was her guitar, and I gave her that shit, and I didn't want it back. Actually, it's funny. I gave the guitar to Richie to keep at his place because she wouldn't even show up to pick it up. It sat at Rich's place for a few months, and he actually ripped the output jack out of it and maybe something else for his guitar, and then he put the shitty parts back in it. Yeah, please do, Aaron, because, it's got hand wound. Those Axel guitars had hand wound pickups in them. Because it was one of those deals like Reverend, right? Largely, the assembly was done in Asia, final assembly in California. And that was a great guitar. Miss that guitar. Put hope on your other arm. Well, that's an option, Janice. I still like the idea of covering your name with a Grim Reaper. And Aaron, how were we not treated like rock stars at the Reverend booth this year? Those guys, man, they treated us like gold. Yeah, Mark, I was going to touch on that. See, I get sidetracked. Excuse me. Ooh, wine burps. Hey, there's Butt Cheeks. I was playing the Scarbox guitar earlier. You missed it. That's okay, though. Mike Rohde's here. I missed Mike Rohde. Good to see Mike Rohde if he's in here. We got 49 people watching. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, pay to play. So one of the guys, he came up in conversation last night, Russ, Killer Dwarves. You know, I was a huge fan of the Killer Dwarves growing up. So when I had the chance to do a show with them, it was pay to play, but I was like, I don't care. I'm playing with the Dwarves. That's it. And then the other one we did was Anvil, because Anvil is a name. They draw, you know, at least on the club level, they draw. So it was easy enough. Sold a bunch of tickets, got more tickets, sold more tickets, which the promoter really liked. And we got bumped up to direct support for both bands. And we were supposed to like open the night. And then once they took a look at us, our gear and whatever, because, you know, it's pretty much a coin toss for the opening bands who gets to be the direct support right before. And they're like, Jesus, you guys sold the tickets, you did the part, blah, 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 you promoted it. So, yeah, well, yeah, because we were selling tickets to that show at our previous gigs in and around the area, because it was an out-of-town gig. Well... Thank you, Terry. Got 52 people in the house. An unknown number of thumbs ups. Because I can't tell. I just hope you leave one. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Just interact. Type comments. So yes, Sunday night will be Ryan Burke. So let's take a look at the old calendar. 1 week from tonight, Pete Thorne. Sunday, April the 12th, we have Jack the Rabbit. Hey, look at that. He just commented in the chat. We got Jack the Rabbit coming on. April the 19th, we have the one, the only, Sean Pierce Johnson coming back. April 26th, we have two guests. We have Steve Anderson and the Captain Michael Smith coming on. And that's all we have booked for now, because I was waiting to confirm Pete Thorne before booking anyone else. See you, Blackjack. And I think between Steve Anderson and Michael Smith, they're going to show 40 to 50 guitars off. That's what I was told. So I have a feeling I'll be hitting solo layout a lot. Which brings us to, because people are joining late, we're going to thank the sponsors once more, and then the special shoutouts as well. The sponsors being LPD Pedals, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, use coupon code Canucks and save 15%, and I believe he has Keeley pedals, Earthquaker pedals, and others, plus parts, and he's got all kinds of stuff. Check it out. FU Tone, because you don't have tone unless you have FU Tone. Flipside Music and Ardens Music, and I know for a fact that Flipside is still shipping because Mr. Cullen James just got a Rev G20 from them. And that brings us to... I don't want to hit that. That's what I want. Excuse me. There we are. You can become a Patreon at patreon.com/Ben Coombs, and you can get a shout out as well as getting exclusive content and early access to gear that is no longer required here in the tone bunker that I put up for sale. You get first dibs. And of my Patreons, I'd like to thank Randy Crooks, Grumpy Mike, Todd Flowers, No Cover Charge, Craig Tomlinson, I Am Happy, and Isolated, new name. I think it's and Isolated. Fruitcake Tony, Blackjack Guitar Nut, Riff Migos, Ivan Carter, Bent Rossum, Upside Down, Jose Benito Martinez Jr. Man, that name. I love that name. Let's shout out also Will Varela, Brian Landreth, Brad Miller, Brack Stubblefield, and Sexy Pants himself, Aaron Lee. Ben's nearly to 2K, so tell your friends. Yes. Last count. Oh, let's see what we're at. Refresh. It probably went down since I went live. Usually does. Oh, no, it didn't. I've actually maintained all my subs. 1945. So hopefully we can get, I'm hoping by the end of April to hit 2,000. And then we'll try to go for 2,100. I'm going to feel ambitious to hit 2,100 by my birthday, which is May 22nd, which there will be a birthday show. It's a Friday. I think we'll start around 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll have a variety of people on, some of which are in this chat right now. And on that note... Excuse me. Thank you, Mark. Another sip of wine, and let's get greasy. Start off like that Beastie Boys tune. Kick it! Speeding up and slowing down. Oh, dear Lord. Great. I'll have to check that out. There we are, folks. If you haven't already, please leave me one of these bad boys. And until next time, I have a video out on Wednesday. Yes, wash your hands. Stay safe. Be well. Hold those doors open. Why not? So they don't have to touch it. Hold that door. There's Steve Anderson. We were talking about you earlier, Steve. Guest coming up next month. Yeah, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of traffic, although there's not a lot of traffic either. But, you know, hey, Keith, good to see you, man. Do good things and good things will happen to you. Karma's real. I'm living the dream. I hope you're living the dream, even though it's condensed into a home quarters. Check in on loved ones. You know, everybody's only a phone call away. Video chat with your friends. Like I say, it's not social distancing. It's just physical distancing, folks. And stay safe and be well. And be good to each other. And cheers and rock on. There we are.